Welcome back, folks. For this video, I want to cover a very simple aspect of defining what's a cash grab and how does it apply to vehicles going to be introduced to World of Tanks. So here is the Tiger 131. This vehicle will probably be on sale in conjunction with the Bovington Tank Museum's annual Tank Fest. So basic marketing ploy, you sell the stuff that's going to be on an event, obviously. So here is the Tiger 131, one of the most famous exhibits at the Tank Museum, So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting, but after taking a look at the model as well as the stats, I thought this vehicle is basically a cash grab based on the event for the annual Tank Fest. So here is the model in the game at the front, and here is the Japanese Tiger 1. The heavy tank number 6. This vehicle was introduced about 2 years ago for the introduction of the Japanese heavy tanks. So this was the crew trainer for that line. But as you can see, yeah, it looks closely the same with the same cupola-ish as well as the mantlet-ish, other than this little strip. And it does have the smoke canisters. Yep, different shovel, obviously. The dents are slightly changed, but yeah. But the lower plate has the same track links as the normal model for the Tiger 1 at tier 7. Doesn't have the cupola, it's a little bit different. So basically, it's not that much different. So this box looks the same, just a repaint, I guess. The tools looks pretty close, so small stuff. So here is the corner shot. But yep, you can see there's a different spade right here. The smoke canisters are pointed at a different direction, but small stuff, very small. So the same cable outline, I guess. The space guard or track guards right here, not that much different ish. So okay, side shot, yeah, pretty much the same cable. Yeah, closely. I mean, there's a different loop, I guess, but okay, sure. Alright. I mean, it's at a 200 meter distance, you'll be shooting at the same vehicle, just a different color, right? So, okay, but at the back, you have the advanced filters, similar to the Japanese Tiger 1. But it doesn't appear to be on the normal Tiger 1, so that's a little bit different. It doesn't have the lock right here. It does have the 131 painted on. So, okay, I mean, small stuff. I mean, the filters have more punctures at the back, I guess, but okay. I mean, it does have the same loader hatch right here as the normal Tiger 1, so reused aspect. But as you can see right here with the actual collision model of the stats, this vehicle has the same armor layout, mostly, as the normal or the Japanese Tiger 1. So this mantlet piece is a little bit different, I guess, but that's not that much. Not really that much. Here is the side shot, mostly the same, almost completely the same. And for the rear. So yeah, here are the stats comparison in the game. So all the stats are mostly the same. The only difference is the radio. So it has a stronger radio and weighs a little bit more. But this arbitrary survivability index, or whatever this number is called, it's a made up number by Wargaming. So I don't know how they make that number up, but it's a little bit different. But the health is the same, the armor is the same. Why is it different in terms of survivability? Is it because of the radio? I doubt it. So yeah, that's a Tiger 131. Would you say that's a cash grab? I would say that's a cash grab. I mean, you can paint the Japanese Tiger 1 yourself into a yellow color, the Dunkelgelb color. My German is terrible, but you can paint it yourself and paint 131 on the side of the turret, and you can call that vehicle the Tiger 131. Because it has almost the same stats, with just the crew saying Japanese rather than German. So I thought this is a pure example of cash grab. I mean, it could be close to the Schwartz Panzer 58 compared to the Panzer 58 Mutz. Yeah, it's a different color, but you're having a different nation crew as well. So I thought this vehicle is going to be a cash grab. I thought all the worse for this vehicle, but the only way I can see that this vehicle gets salvaged from the cash grab bin is if you make this vehicle a British tank exclusive for the Brits, or make it like multi-cruise, like how the consoles do with the T-34-85. So that's a German T-34, not T-34-85, T-34-88. So it's a L-56 attached to a T-34 chassis, so you can use both crews from Germany as well as Russia in it. So why not make it for this vehicle? I don't know, but other way of salvaging this vehicle is make all the proceeds and the revenue generated from this vehicle going towards charity or going towards the Bovington Tank Museum. Then I'll shut my mouth. I mean, you're not cash grabbing, you're actually doing charity work for the Bovington Tank Museum or charity for war veterans and their family. Sure, I'll shut my mouth. I have nothing to say, but for now, you're pocketing all the money. So that's a cash grab. So that's what I have to say about it, but leave a comment below telling me I'm wrong, I guess. But there are some good news about this upcoming patch, is that there is a new skin, finally, for the Panzerkampfwagen Mark 7 in comparison to the VK7201K. So this is another example of what I feel is a duplicate in the game. It has a different gun, sure, but the base model for the tank, the vehicle's hull, and the turret were the same. So basically you're adding a different gun to a VK7201K and you're selling it, or you're pushing it as a normal tank when the people who play Clan Wars and devoted their time to it feel, you know, super cheated because they worked for it, and now you have about the same vehicle as a normal vehicle in the tier 3. That's not fair. It's like you work your ass off for the Object 260, for the personal missions, and people can now get it if they research the STI or IS-8 or the T10. That's not fair, right? So, I mean, at least there's a new skin. So this is the normal Panzerkampfwagen Mark 7. So this is the one after the VK4502 POS-B. So now it has elephant ears, the boxes on the turret. It's nothing there, so there's no collision model there, but it's elephant ears, I guess. But here is the 7201K. It has tracks now. So one is an elephant, looks like an elephant, reverse elephant. And the other one looks like the Predator, because the track links makes it look like the dreads of the Predator. So yeah, funny enough. But the hull is basically the same, with the difference of this fume pipe, exhaust pipe right here. So that's pretty much it. But they both have the MG34 on the top and the same marks, the dent at the hull. So still a little bit disappointed, still very disappointed about this vehicle, but what can you do? So I don't even own this tank, and I'm still getting pissed off just because it's a duplicate, like exact duplicate. So that's the fume exhaust port, pipe, exhaust. But here is the track link that makes it look like dreads, like Bob Marley or the Predator, but yep, elephant ears at the back compared to dreads. Nice. So that's the difference, I guess. But the cables, the dents in the hull, the mud splashes, all the same. So here is the collision model comparison. But yeah, as you can see, same hull armor, same turret armor. The spare track links on the VK7201K doesn't even affect the turret thickness. So it's only visual. Son of a... It's the same collision model, and the stats are only different for the gun. obviously, but that's it. I mean, the whole armor is the same, the gun depression is the same, the mobility, yeah. Come on, guys. Same health, same engine power, slightly less weight for the VK72, but God, come on. So yeah, duplicates. I still hate this vehicle, and it's a duplicate, but a lot of players do say, oh, Sam, you only talk about this now, you never talked about it before, yada yada, you know, Sam, you're a scumbag. I have talked about this a lot in the past as well. So I already made this spreadsheet for 9.16 back then. I updated it, but it categorized all the premium tanks to see if they are special to any other vehicles already in the game. So there's a M3 Light. That's pretty close to the M3 Stuart, but I have explanation for all of them. So pause this video if you want to read through all of them, but there are a few vehicles that are very questionable, like the M46 Pan KR, which is basically a stock M46, but it has a paint, so I guess it's okay. But at the bottom, you can see that there are only a few vehicles I really hate, and that is the KV122, because the same collision model, and originally for the Super Test server, it has a placeholder skin, and that's the exact same skin for the KV85. So I hate it, but yeah, now it's, I mean, it's still a different skin, but the same collision model, different gun stats, so I couldn't complain that much. Also, there's the black vehicles, the IS-6 black and the T-34 black, so you can do the black coloring yourself, and that's the black skin. You can do that with Photoshop. You can do that with the GIMP2. It's a coloring based program. It's free. You can do that for World of Tanks. I mean, I thought a little bit favorably towards the Schwarz Panzer 58. So that's the black Panzer 58 mutts. So some players don't like the greenish bear skin of the Panzer 58. I agree. I mean, some players don't like different coloring styles. Some players like the Pan KR's skin, whatever, sure. So you have alternate option, but for the IS-6 and the T-34, cash grab, right? So there's also the Tiger 2P and the Yak Tiger H, already covered that. There's also the T-34 100M or 85M. I don't even want to talk about those. It's just a copy of a premium tank already in the game. What's the point? I mean, unless they're doing a historical battle mode or something with those tanks in particular, like a special mode for those only vehicles. You don't need to have them, like the Chafee race or something. You get those vehicles for that mode. Alright, fine, but if you're going to sell them, that's a cash grab. That's the same stats, same crap all over, just a different skin, whatever. So that's my 2 cents on it. But I mean, I would like to see more obscure vehicles like the T-28 heavy tank concept. I love this thing. It's stupid. It's a driftwood. It's a piece of wood that was carved and sold on eBay. It's only one. Wargaming bought it, made a tank out of it. So there's no blueprint, there's no actual stats, there's nothing. It's a piece of wood. And I love the hell out of this vehicle. I already have it in my garage. It's alien looking, has machine gun boobs for ears. It's hilarious. I love this tank about 2 years ago. I love it now still. So why don't we have more of these, like super obscure, like scarce, rare tanks? Or like the upcoming Chrysler K. So I removed the Grand Finals skin because I hate it, but here is the original skin. I love this thing too. It's a reverse turreted American heavy tank. So it's like the VK4502 POSB, but it's American. It's fast, has a 20 horsepower per ton ratio. It's just as fast as a medium, but it's a heavy. So yeah, why can't we have more of these obscure new vehicles rather than rehashes of a different skin for a tank that's already in the game? Doesn't make sense, right? But if you are going to do copies, if you are going to do another T-54 or T-62 copy, make it a little bit different. I mean, make it look something like the modified T-54 T54M or something. Make it look different. I mean, make the stats different. Make the collision models different. Make the stats, make the collision models, make the tiers, whatever. Just don't do a repeat and just only do the skin. That's stupid, right? So, there you go, folks. That's my definition of a cash grab. That's how I feel about the Tiger 131. So, I mean, unless they add more stuff, like more clutter, like toolboxes, logs, I don't know, but do something special to separate it from the Tiger, the Japanese Tiger 1. It's already in the game. It's already at the same tier with the same stats. All you have is a different skin for a different nation. And it's for Germany. It's not for Britain. Or a crossover for British and German crews. Both crews. Or, I don't know, but it feels like a cash grab to me. So, that's my 2 cents. But if you are interested in the Valkyria Chronicles skins, so I have 2 of them. So one's for the Nameless tank. This is only applying to the Sherman Revalorisé. So I played it. This vehicle is huge. Well, based on the model. So it's actually taller than a T-34, the American T-34. Yeah, that says a lot about this tank's height. But if you can't wait, I have the link in the description. So I tried it. Pretty interesting. And here is the Edelweiss for the Panther 88. So unfortunately or fortunately, I don't have the misfortune of having the Panther 88. So I cannot tell you about the size of this vehicle. But based on the in-game aspect compared to other tanks, it's smaller than the Nameless. A lot smaller. So this is going to be a faster version of a medium tank in comparison to the heavy tank, and that's the Nameless. So I have both links to download, but it only applies to the Panther 88 and the Sherman Revalorisé. So you might have to tinker with the script file, but there you go, folks. I mean, I would rather to see more obscure vehicles. I mean, I would like to see even anime tanks, even if it's not a duplicate. I mean, if you're going to do the duplicate route, don't duplicate the stats and other stuff. Make it special. Make the model different. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry if I put the Tiger 131 in the cash grab bin, but currently it's a cash grab to me. So same model, same collision model, same stats, different skin. Feels like a cash grab. But as always, leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me I'm wrong. So I'm a scumbag, plays artillery, and likes anime tanks, but that's just me. So leave your comments below, do all the hate in the below section, and thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.